You do know from Brad that I got a sapphire ring stolen when the first visitors that came, the girls up here told us to sit outside. We sat outside and my ring disappeared.
Really?
And yes. So that's why, if you think that I've been like weird acting lately, that's why.
I was not aware of that.
It was emotional because my mother got it for me.
Oh, geez.
But that's what started this whole thing.
Yeah.
About not having people come through.
What's up, everybody? It is Chris Closes Your Deal with Real Estate Investing Made Easy and Lazarus Property Group. And in this video, I'm actually going to be calling one of our sellers that we have under contract for a novation, and the property is already listed. It's on the market. We have people doing walkthroughs. We had a couple walkthroughs, one person canceled, and now the seller is trying to back out of the agreement, but she's not saying that she's not selling her house. She's talking about possibly using an agent in the mobile home park to list her property. And so in this call, she talked about like blowing her back out and, you know, how there were 3 no-shows. The reality is we track every single person that expressed interest and schedules a walkthrough. 2 of them went. One of them called 30 minutes beforehand to cancel, and we notified her immediately. So there were no no-shows. So she's just confused. We'll leave it at that. But she's under the impression that she can back out of this agreement. And so in no uncertain terms are we going to stop moving forward with this purchase and this sale. We fully intend to execute. We actually have 5 buyers that are wanting to do a walkthrough. And so my job is just going to be involved getting on the phone with her, trying to track her down, and essentially just letting her verbally vomit all of her problems with the team, giving her a safe space to do that, and then hearing her out, clarifying some things. More than likely what the situation actually is the agent within her mobile home park probably got in her ear, because agents that live in these mobile home parks, it's almost like a drug dealer who, like, a new drug dealer comes in on their turf and they get all like butthurt about it. And so like anytime that agent is not listing one of the mobile homes in the park, they like have a conniption, lose their minds. And if you've dealt with mobile homes and mobile home parks, you'll experience this, or you have experienced this. Then they get in the person's ears, you know, it's a 55 and up community. So maybe they're playing bridge or something and like, oh, you know, they should be doing this and they should be doing that. I would do this, I would do that, and I can get you more, and blah, 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 all that jazz, right? At the end of the day, doesn't really matter. We have a legally binding contract. And so we're going to move forward with that contract. You know, she is selling. It's not like something's changed and she's no longer selling. She is going to sell the property, and we are going to sell the property. Otherwise, it's just going to get tied up for a while. So I'm just going to gently nudge her in the right direction. We'll probably offer her a couple things. She really likes Broken Yolk, which is a little breakfast restaurant. So we'll get her a gift card to Broken Yolk. We already got her a $100 gift card for that. We may even hire a couple mover packers to come pack her home for her, because she injured her back trying to pack. So we're just going to go through and do what we got to do. Hi, is this Mary?
It is. Who's calling?
Hi, Mary. This is Chris. I'm with REI Made Easy and Lazarus Property Group. I'm one of the managers here. How are you?
Yes, I'm all right.
How's your back doing?
It's hanging in there.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Hopefully it does better for you. I know that's I've had my share of back problems myself, so yeah, I know how problematic that can be. Thanks for taking my call. I know we're working on your property here, and you know, we're gonna get you taken care of. Did you end up going to Broken Yolk, by the way?
No, we have 2 cars without any gas in them.
2 cars with no gas in them?
Yep.
Are they actually like broken down because no gas in them?
Well, they're sitting in the driveway, yeah.
Oh, but they won't even turn on because no gas?
Right.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, maybe we can try to help you out with that. Is the packing kind of on hold with your back?
It's a little slow, that's all. You know, we're just trying to kind of move along as we can, because both of us have some physical issues.
Oh, yeah. I totally get that. I'll kind of fill you in as to like what my general role is, I mean, I'm one of the supervisors here, so I kind of manage, a bunch of the people on the team, but really my main focus is, client experience, right? And, just making sure everybody's having a good experience, holding their hand, whatever it is that we need to do or can do, to help make that experience, just more enjoyable and put people more at ease. That's really where my focus is. Want to come in and see what we could do to kind of help you guys out to make it more comfortable and easy for you. And it sounds like, and I don't know, everybody is different about like moving their stuff. Some people are extremely personal about it and they don't want anybody touching their stuff. Other people, would rather have the
I know he did offer to have some people come over and do that, but I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay. That's fair.
So
that's fair.
Now you do know from Brad that I got a sapphire ring stolen when the first visitors that came, the girls up here told us to sit outside. We sat outside and my ring disappeared.
Really?
And yes. So that's why, if you think that I've been like weird acting lately, that's why.
I was not aware of that.
What I'm saying is that's what they told us to do. So for the first 2 days, we just sat out. I have a glider on the porch and we just sat out there. And then after I found out that my ring was gone, and it was emotional because my mother got it for me.
Oh, geez.
But I'm not asking for a replacement because I don't wear it that much anyway. And
okay. But no, I mean that's like.
But that's what started this whole thing.
Yeah.
About not having people come through.
Yeah.
And it's just what happened, and that's why I'm not comfortable with anybody touching my stuff now.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and I do appreciate you telling me that, and I can understand how stressful and problematic that can be. I've had a home and vehicle broken into in the past, and I know exactly what that kind of thing feels like. I'm really sorry that you experienced that, and that's not something that we want to have happen. Just out of curiosity, I mean, like, if you had to guesstimate what that ring was probably worth, I mean, do you have any idea?
Lowball, 300.
Okay.
I mean, it was probably more than that, but I don't still have the paperwork.
Okay.
But I wouldn't have let my mom spend more than that.
Yeah. Okay. I gotcha.
Well, she was in her 90s, so come on.
Yeah. I gotcha.
I'm just trying. I mean, I'm making headway today. I can tell you that. I'm getting stuff into boxes and that, but it's still going to take some time.
Yeah.
Because I do have a little brace I can run around the bottom of my back, and that helps.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, it's just not something that I want to do. And maybe when it's time to rent a truck and have stuff put into it, so we can get it to our storage, that would be different. But I do have a big car.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. There's a couple things we could do. And again, I totally respect, not wanting people touching your belongings and things like that. So we can certainly help with some of like the bigger items and the furniture and getting that stuff packed up and out of the house for you when the time is right for that. So you don't have to deal with those things. If you prefer to kind of get some of like the smaller things together into boxes and like taped and secured.
That's what I've been doing all morning and last evening. So
okay.
I'm definitely making progress.
We can help once those because I understand that, right? You don't want something to go missing. I mean, if you get any smaller boxes like taped up and they're secured, then we can come in and help with moving those. That way you don't have to worry about breaking your back on those things either.
Now, you have been told that the floor is linoleum and it was never glued to the flooring.
I believe that's probably in the notes somewhere around with regards to the condition.
Good. And the condition of the living room rug is stained. And everybody was aware of that. And if anybody went through when I was here, I told them, this is this and that's that.
Yeah.
Now, I have solar on the top. And I think somebody's going to have to pay for that if they don't want me to take it with me.
We looked into that. And if I'm not mistaken, do you remember what company that was that put that on?
Hang on. They did a really good job, I can tell you that.
I'll double check. I know, there's somebody on the team that manages those types of things. So I'll touch gloves with them and confirm. I'm sure they have that information already. Typically, there's a couple different scenarios depending on the solar situation. So I'll have to get with them and confirm what yours is. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they were mentioning that it was a PPA that you have, which is a power purchase agreement. Do you have a monthly payment that you submit to them every month?
I have, yes. So you wouldn't understand any of this anyway, but I did not do a payment, and I thought I had it on auto pay. I don't know if you've been told yet, but I got hacked in my bank account.
Oh, literally just got off the phone with the bank yesterday because I had the same thing happen.
I have a 2-bedroom, one's a lock-off with Maui. And Maui decided that they were going to charge me $6,000 for both sides. And so what happened is I got $3,000 for my Social Security, and they just sucked it away with whatever else they decided that they wanted to have stuff charged to. So that's that's not why I'm selling the place though. Yeah. But
man, that's
it's too hot here.
Yeah, it is.
There.
I'll double check. I'm pretty sure it was a PPA. And so the great thing about a PPA, I'm really a big fan of those because generally they don't require a payoff. Usually it's a simple transfer of the service and the payments from the current owner to the new owner. Okay. And that can all be facilitated through escrow, which our team will facilitate that whole process for you. So you won't have to worry about anything there.
Well, you'd also have to tell them that it's $19,000 because of the heat, I got extra panels.
Yep. Yeah. The great thing is whatever's there, everything just transfers and the new homeowner basically gets put on to the payments. So whatever's left, they're responsible for. And again, I'll double check to make sure it is a PPA. We'll make sure that gets cleared up and facilitate that for you. The only other thing that I wanted to connect with you on was seeing what would be the best way for us to take the next steps, because we've been pre-marketing it, as you know, and we actually have, I think there's 5 buyers currently that want to see the property. And so I wanted to figure out how we can facilitate it in a way where you feel comfortable and everything's protected. And even if that means I have to drive up there and literally stand there, and I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 10 years. So if somebody's going to do something, they don't want me there. So
I had a solution to my jewelry box. I have a big wooden one. I just turned it away from the drawers. I just put the drawers against the back wall.
All right.
So, and that's what they kept saying, oh no, stay outside, leave them alone. When the ring got stolen, and that's it.
Yeah. I totally understand. What I'd like to do, because the ring situation is absolutely unacceptable, and so I know you said it's probably worth $300. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put a note into escrow to make sure that you're compensated an additional $500 to just cover that. It's not acceptable, and so I would not feel right if that wasn't the case.
And I know you might not like this, but I will be in the house anytime someone's looking.
Yeah, that is totally fine. The one thing I would just mention is, everybody's different. I'm fine with you being in the house, it's your house, you be there, right? And keep your eyes peeled. Again, it's my job to make sure that things are being taken care of and that our clients are, taken care of.
If you're inside with them, that's fine. I'm happy to sit out on the
So as far as scheduling that, what's the availability look like that's not going to be, burden you guys and be a tough situation for you guys?
I would say a week and a half from now. At least that way it would look tidy.
Okay.
And if that's too far, we can make it a week.
Okay. Would there be any possibility of maybe sometime this Saturday? Again, it doesn't have to look like super amazing, right?
Well, I understand. No, that gives me a couple days to get at it.
Okay. And then,
Okay, well, thank you.
no worries. I'll reach out to you. We'll confirm with the buyer's availability. Is there any particular window of time, or any time Saturday would work for you?
All you have to do is tell me what time, and we'll on Friday night, and we'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'll get with the buyers. I'll try to coordinate it and make it a single block of time, and then we'll get that scheduled, and I'll reach out to you and let you know.
Okay, great. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Mary. You have a great rest of your day.
Well, thank you.
No worries. God bless.
God bless you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. And that, folks, is how it's done. Woo! All right. So hopefully you guys got some value out of that. Notice I didn't really have to do a whole lot. I was just a super nice guy to her, and just like, talk to her like I would talk to my grandmother, right? So that's really the big thing. A lot of guys, they tend to be like super by the book, all about business. And like, that's great. And that's going to do you well. But there's certain situations where you got to put a different hat on, right? Like, I'm now customer support's job, right? Or customer experience, their job is to make for a good experience. Picture and imagine yourself walking into a Ritz-Carlton, going to the front desk. How are they going to treat you? They're going to treat you like glove service, right? How are you doing, Mr. Deal? How can I help you? What can I do to make your stay more enjoyable, right? And it's just freaking loaded on. Sometimes people just want to feel like royalty for a period of time. And, in this situation, like, more than likely what happened, like, I guarantee you what happened is she misplaced her sapphire ring. Like, somebody didn't steal her sapphire ring, right? And I know that's like, could it have happened? Sure. But like, really, as a buyer, like a 55 and up community for a mobile home buyer who's going to come and buy a property cash, right? The property's all fixed up. It's a $330,000 property that we're listing. Is somebody really going to do a walkthrough? Like, the agent is certainly not going to steal the ring. Do you think the buyer is going to steal a ring? No, she misplaced it, the same way that you and I misplace our remote or our phone, and we're like, oh, somebody stole it. Like, who stole the remote, right? Like, that's not what happened. She misplaced it. I'm sure she'll find it. But the reality is, it's $500. Like, I don't care. We're going to make a lot more than $500 on this deal. So it's not a big deal. Like, let's just do it. We'll just throw it on thick. And now she loves us, and we keep moving forward, and we get this deal sold, and we move on to bigger and better things. So hopefully you guys got value out of this. Put some comments below, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe, but put some comments below. I want to hear from you guys, what's been like the craziest situation you've had to overcome with a deal. But I'd also love to hear like what you might have done different, what you liked about it, what you took away from that call, and how that's going to help you in your business. So appreciate you guys. Again, Chris closes your deal with Real Estate Investing Made Easy and Lazarus Property Group, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.